YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? This is your boy BG, and we back at it. I'm sure by now everybody's heard the diss tracks from Ray Vaugh, from Daylyt. Well, Daylyt's was, a mellow diss track, but it was a diss track responding to Joey Badass. And if you don't know, Joey Badass came out 2025, swinging with some bars for Kendrick and the West Coast. So I don't think cats from the West Coast took too kind to that. That's why you got those diss tracks. So right here we got Joe Budden's people speaking on Ray Vaugh's diss track. If Joey Badass should respond, which technically I think he should, because he wanted this smoke. Now, my opinion on that is, first of all, if you like the channel, please, like and subscribe, man, and share it. So we're trying to build up the crew of people that come in here and check us out every other day. So yeah, I think Joey was hoping that he would spark a flame up under dudes from New York's asses and hopefully get them to be more into the fold of what's going on in hip hop, because I guess he feels like the West Coast is taking over. But if you haven't heard all of the diss tracks, go check them out. I didn't get to do a breakdown of them. Unfortunately, I was having technical difficulties, but maybe I'll do a breakdown of them anyway. But I feel like it's kind of past and everybody jumped on it. Right here, Joe Budden is speaking on if Joey should respond. And I feel like if you start off 2025, talking that ish, no pun intended, or I guess pun intended. But if you started off talking that shit, yeah, be ready, because what West Coast cats is going to do is they going to stick up for theirs. And I think he failed to realize that New York niggas might not do that. I don't think New York got that camaraderie like that. It's kind of like, that's just New York in general, I think. Everybody for themselves, unless something big happens, then they pull together. But besides, everybody like, nigga, I'm sticking to my own shit. I got my own shit going on. Whereas West Coast is more like, hey, man, you coming at us. Plus, he said West Coast dick licking, which I think people took offense to that. If he had just said something about Kendrick, it might be different. Daylyt probably still would have responded, but I don't think, Ray Vaugh and, whoever else decides to jump in. Now, to be fair, Tory and DDG did kind of start shit off coming to Kendrick first, but they were, Toronto cats. Joey just kind of stepped out from New York like, man, we got to get on our shit, which I respect, you know what I mean? I think he should have came harder on that track. If you haven't heard them all, check them out. They did a snippet of the Ray Vaugh one here, but let's check it out. My fault. Keeping y'all waiting. Let's check it out.
That's hide the Uzi, cause the only badass the world was recognizing is boozy. Please don't get confused with shooting the movies. We're really shooting what's on soul album. So when you ask me, you look like a goofy. I hope this message reaches you well. And Tory, you should be ashamed of yourself, cause DDG needed to sell. You did a verse from a sale, but you went to jail in a booth. Me and you was Keenan and Kale. Stranger things happen on the mic when niggas beef over L's. Don't think you shot her. I was praying for your freedom as well.
Joe Budden.
If ain't no friendlies in a 60, we gon' blick you as well. Shoulda did 60 days in for a podcast. I treat more like orders from Timu. You'll get boxed bad when it seemed like everybody haters. How can we not crash? The pop out did something for niggas who don't got dads. Watch us make the stock crash. Kids play with cap guns. Last year was Act 1. I'm so that nigga. Black guns, I came for chicken. Flash crash out lane is not the right one. Not crash outs is doing shit you can never come back from. Speaking on the land and it's a quiet place. Marathon, my soundtrack to life. We in a giant race. My hustle be for rappers, client base. Pray they don't violate. I'm trying to make it home to my daughters with my entire face.
This is a long freestyle. He's smoking it. You want me to keep going? It's another 2 minutes left.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, that's enough. He went absolutely crazy. He's incredible.
Hey, man, I ain't really follow Ray Vaugh too much, but he went in on that freestyle, bro. That's what I was hoping Daylyt did with his, because, Daylyt's a battle rapper, so you expect Daylyt to come crazy, but I think he was being a little respectful because he fucked with Joey, plus he fucked with New York, so he didn't want to come off like, hey, niggas, fuck you and fuck everybody type shit. But Ray Vaugh was like, fuck that. I'm speaking on it, and the boy got some bars, man. I'm gonna have to check out some more of his shit, but he went in, so if you ain't heard it, check it out. Let's hear what Joe and them had to say.
They keep finding these motherfuckers.
He went absolutely ape shit, my nigga.
They're artist development.
That's a different level of rapping.
Shit is different over there.
That's a different level of rapping. You fans piss me off though. I'm not gonna hold you.
Why?
Because this is control again to me.
This one or Joey shit?
No. Well,
Joey shit was kind of controlling too.
Yeah, I'm saying Joey shit.
Yeah.
And what happened with control was when everybody started responding, because it wasn't who you wanted to hear from, you deemed it trash off the rip. So I'm watching people. He killed this freestyle.
He did.
Yeah. And I'm watching people because, who is this? Who are you to say something? No, nigga, I'm responding. All right, you taking shots over here. I'm gonna respond back. I like that. This is rap.
Yeah.
This is what we supposed to do.
Yeah.
People was mad at Joey Badass saying something. Well, because you want to hear it from certain names. You want just these names to talk. Nah, hell no. Let niggas get their shit off.
Agreed.
I think it's just internet gonna talk shit about anybody. That's what the internet does, man. They gonna talk shit to anybody because niggas is behind computers typing like they fucking gangsters. Like, that's just internet. It's the same thing when Royce da 5'9" and Lupe had a issue. And then what's the old boy's name now? I can't think of it. Well, somebody else came out and dropped a diss track on Royce, and it was one of their homeboys. And it's horrible. I follow him too. I'm gonna remember his name. But he came out with a track and he was going in, spitting. That was a dope ass freestyle. I'll look it up, see if I can put up a screenshot on the computer for y'all. But he went in, man, and people was like, "Oh man, who is this nigga? Like, he shouldn't be responding." Like, man, if you feel offended, hey, or if you feel like you gotta speak on it, speak on it. I'm all for it. You know what I mean? I don't want people trying to do it to clout chase, so it's a thin line between the two. But in this case, I wouldn't even consider it clout chasing. I think if you speak on the West Coast, hey, it's fair game for everybody to jump into it. So, I mean, you can't, but people were online like, "Hey, man, I ain't never heard this nigga," which I ain't never heard of him. Oh, I heard him before, but I ain't never heard his music. So I didn't know he went in like that. But the nigga was going in. So you got to respect the nigga that come out spitting straight out the gate like that. And that's what Joey Badass. If you going to come out, because Joey shit was not control verse style. Like, man, Joey shit was not. Joey was hella chill. He was talking a little shit here and there, but he was like real, like, trying to be fly with it type shit. Ray Vaugh came out like, "Nigga, I want all the smoke." And the song was called Crash Out Heritage. So what you think he gonna do? And you gotta respect him for it.
I want everybody shoot. If they gonna shoot like that, yeah. Let the rappers rap.
Yeah, can we just praise good rapping? Like,
That's what you complain about a lack of bars, you complain about a lack of rapping, and then when niggas rap, because it's not the names you want to hear from, you want to knock it off the rip. That's ass to me.
It's super ass.
Salute to Ray Vaugh for that.
Salute.
That is not ass.
That is nothing near ass.
No. Yo, and he kept going just like that. Like,
yeah, it's another 2 minutes of that.
That shit,
Bodied it.
just like that. That nigga went crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
I was gonna play that shit.
Trying to figure out if I want to hear Joey Badass take time out of his day and respond to Ray Vaugh.
He needed a little bit more time out of his day.
He raps well.
Yeah. When you do
Joey Badass can rap.
When you jump out like Joey Badass, again, we debated it, but when you jump out with the too much West Coast dick licking and West Coast rappers rap at you, not tweet, not Instagram, but rap, yeah, I do want to hear you go back. Yeah. You threw it out there. All right, nigga, I caught it. Now threw it back. Now what's up? What we doing?
I don't think Joey Badass's line warranted that. But
Joey Badass could ignore Ray Vaugh and act like he's unbothered.
He could, but people gonna speak on it if he do. And what Joey Badass did, it wasn't that it was scathing where, you gotta say something. But what he did was, he opened that can of worms, man. He opened that door for people to come out. Like I said, if he just said something about Kendrick, but he said with too much West Coast dickling, whether it was a Jay-Z bar or not, when the West is on top right now, like Ray Vaugh said, he's like, when y'all had y'all 10 minutes of fame, we ain't say nothing. So why y'all hating on us? Why y'all speaking on what we doing? Because the West is on right now. You know what I mean? So you saying that, you open up a can of worms for niggas to be like, why we getting hate when all we doing is making good music, bro? Like, that's all the West Coast is doing. And they making great music from TDE, to a couple other cats in LA. You got some cats in the Bay Area. It's not as big, but West Coast is making good music, man. Like, you can't be mad at it. But to speak and say too much West Coast dick licking implies that the West Coast is getting all his love. And like he said, when y'all was on top and when the South was on top, you didn't see West Coast cats coming out mad. They just kept to their grind, kept making their music.
Bothered by this?
I ain't saying he got to be bothered, but if I'm jumping out here with a claim like I want to rap, what's up?
You can act like Ray Vaugh ain't big enough for him to respond. You could do that. We don't like when people do that.
Of course I don't.
Yeah, he could.
People do it.
Of course, they do it all the time.
I don't know if he has to respond to Ray
I'm
Vaugh.
not.
Joe Budden was in the same predicament when him and Drake had the beef, because he came at Drake with some fire diss tracks. Joe had like 3 of them. They was cold, man. That's when Joe was in his bag, bro. If you ain't heard those, look them up. But he came at Drake. Drake didn't respond. So I think that's how Joe's like, shit, Drake didn't respond to me. Now, to be honest, yeah, Drake didn't have to respond to Joe because Drake was top of the totem pole rapping. But they was cool. They was homeboys. So it's like, all right, maybe he's just like, I'm not going to say nothing because it's my homeboy. Because you know how Drake is. But he didn't say nothing, and nobody faulted him for that. I felt like he should have responded, though, because Joe was getting in his ass. But no, did he? But yeah, Joey don't got to respond. He should, though, because this dude was going in. But you also got Daylyt saying something. So how many more people going to say something? Are you waiting for Kendrick? Because I don't think Kendrick's going to address you unless he just puts something out there to where he's just talking about everything. But I don't think he's gonna do that.
He don't have to do none of this shit. He
And
didn't
if
have to jump
somebody's
out.
gonna make me take a little more time out my day with my pen, then maybe I will ignore it and act like he's a bum. If I know I'm gonna have to go put my pen in the pencil sharpener,
No, he need.
Then why do you jump out?
He need a pack of
why
pens.
you jump out to begin with?
Why did you put some
well, I'm
out
not,
there
gonna, I'm
then?
not gonna do that either.
No, I'm asking.
Ray Vaugh is nice. Joey Badass is nice.
Super nice.
For me, nice don't mean you can diss.
True.
Ray Vaugh, I enjoyed that. Good diss. If somebody spend all their time focused on Ray Vaugh, I'd like to hear how that sounds. And I don't know if I want to hear Joey Badass do that right now, is all I'm saying.
Well, Joey drop wasn't, like I said, wasn't hard, but it wasn't like just, damn, that shit was going in. He should have came out way more aggressive on that shit. He ain't got to get it, Cass, but he can definitely spit some shit where I'm like, oh, this nigga's going in. He had some bars on there, but it wasn't nothing like how Ray Vaugh shit was. That's my opinion, though.
I don't know if Joey Badass could do that. But I think that about the niggas that can rap. Like, rapping ain't enough. Y'all got to show me that when
get
you
the ring.
focus on somebody in that, that it's effective. I done been around niggas that could rap circles around circles around circles. And this,
Yeah.
that ain't can't do that. Can't do that. You have a certain amount of venom in your heart.
I'm just saying, as Joey Badass, when you jump out the way you did, you gotta be prepared for the onslaught.
Yeah.
And again, the West Coast is feeling themselves right now. They proud. They sticking together. So it's gonna be a lot more of those.
They sticking together.
No, I'm just.
They are.
it's
And
just-
what does
what
prepared for
they
those
do.
mean?
just you have to expect that I'm
Okay.
gonna get verses from niggas I might not even have thought would have replied
Yeah.
because you jump.
But in the same sentence, Kendrick put out Control when he did his Control verse. A lot of cats came out when he had his I'm the King of New York. You know what I mean? He had a bunch of lines in there, but that was one where New York niggas took offense to that. And a lot of people, Joey Badass did a response to that. I think Joel Ortiz, like it was a bunch of people that did responses to it. And Kendrick didn't reply. I think it was the same thing. Like Kendrick was like, I'm cool with these niggas, but this is hip hop. If you take offense, you speak on it. But Kendrick didn't respond to none of it. So yeah, Joey don't got to respond to this, but he should. You feel me? That's just me.
Jump out that way. It's gonna be somebody out there that hear it. It's gonna be. This ain't the only one. It's gonna be a bunch more of these that
will.
are just gonna rap.
West Coast got pride too.
That's what I'm saying. they feeling themselves
They
right
don't
now.
play
They
that
having them
shit.
on, especially now though.
Always though, historically.
But it's higher
But
right
yeah,
this
for
second.
Sure, for sure.
So now you went and did that. Okay, cool.
Be on your ass.
And that's what comes with when you jump out and say something about the West right now.
I like it all.
I love it.
That
I love
type
it.
shit.
No, Ray Vaugh, go.
That nigga.
And he did.
He's nice.
And he did.
He's nice.
Sheesh.
And I like
I
when
would take a
niggas just
Tylenol
rap.
before. I would take a little something, a little Motrin before I grab my pen and pad. Some niggas that give me a headache. That's why I only did Lupe when I talk sometimes back in the day. I ain't never put it in the bar.
Yeah, be careful.
It's gonna be a long day.
Play with something safe.
Yeah, why would you do that? Like, you got a whole weekend of activities planned. Like, well, let me just go ahead on.
So yeah, man, I think Joey, I mean, you have to know what you was doing when you dropped that verse. So he should, I would think you would expect people to come out. So maybe he expected, he's like, I'm not tripping. I just did that to, get these New York niggas to start rapping again. Maybe he did that. But until he responds, I would just do an interview, be like, when I did this track, I was trying to light the fire up under the niggas from New York's ass so we can get out here and, take our crown back, so to speak. And they actually spit bars because ain't nobody really in New York doing that major right now. So maybe that's what he was trying to do and clear things up. You know what I mean? I think people still look at it like, well, why you just didn't say this in a verse? You know what I mean? Joe and his people got a point, you know what I mean, which I'm surprised to say because sometimes I just be up here shaking my head at some of they takes, bro. But Joe's right. Joey don't got to respond. You know what I mean? Track was fire. Ray Vaugh did. You can't take nothing from the boy. People hating on him is just, that's internet for you. They gonna hate on everything. Internet hates everything. You're gonna find people that hate something on the internet. But let me know what y'all think, man. Should Joey respond? Is there gonna be more diss tracks coming out at Joey from West Coast artists? Is somebody gonna jump in and help Joey? That's the question. Is anybody gonna come to Joey's aid like how DDG and Tory did for Drake? Is anybody gonna come in and jump in and help Joey? Because now you got Daylyt and Ray Vaugh spitting for the West. So we shall see. Let me know what y'all think, man. And is Joe and them right? Is Ray Vaugh too small for Joey to reply to? That's a question too. But yeah, man, I just came to check this video out. So let me know what y'all think. And we got more videos. So check out this video at the bottom. And till next time, we out of here. Peace.